Hey guys, it's Ryan G. Wright with DoHardMoney.com coming to you with a Just Ask Ryan question of the day. And today's question is, how can I make sure my general contractor is actually good? It's a great question that we get asked quite frequently. But before we answer that, if you've got a Just Ask Ryan question of the day, a question you'd like to have me answer about real estate, about finance, about rehab, about lending, about rental properties, investing, wholesaling, flipping, burrs, whatever it is, type it in the comments below. I would be more than happy to answer that question for you and put a little video like this together. So for those of you that have been asking for, how can I make sure my contractor is good, this video is for you. So I think the most important thing when we're dealing with a contractor is to do some due diligence. So finding your contractor is a whole other game and a whole other video. If you're interested in that, type in the comments below and I'll put one together. But after you have found a general contractor, which lots of times referrals are the best if you can get a referral, that's kind of the best way to do this. But now you've got to go into what's called verification. And what I'm going to do at this point is I'm going to verify the contractor is good. First way I'm going to do that is meet him at the project. And when I'm at the project, I'm going to walk the project, get his costs, and really get a feel for, does he know what he's talking about? Now, if you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to construction, the most important thing you can do is ask good questions. Tell me about this. What do you think's going on here? How much would it cost to replace that? How would you fix this? Is this a problem? How would you correct it? Asking lots of great questions. So don't admit you don't know what you're doing. Don't lie and say that you do, but give the impression that you go with confidence. So as you're asking these questions, they're like, this guy's pretty bright. But asking good questions is the first step on that. Next thing that you're going to want to do is then meet with other people they've done work for. Any good general contractor is going to have past jobs. You can go to those past jobs, you can talk to those past people as referrals, then you can see the workmanship as well as you can talk to the customers they had as part of their customer experience. That's really important that you do that, because nothing's better than getting some referrals, talking to those people about their experience. I was talking to a builder that was looking at building a specific type of log cabin home. And so I asked him for referrals. I went to another cabin that he built, and I talked to the owners and said, how did the contractor do without the contractor there? And he's like, he was fantastic. Everything, they did this great, they did this great. The only problem we had was this, but he worked it out. They were wonderful to work with. The quality of workmanship was great. That's the type of thing that you need to be looking for as you're doing that. And I'd like to get a couple of referrals. The next thing you do for verification is make sure they're licensed and make sure they're insured. So you're asking for a copy of their insurance, and you actually can go on the state's website and do a license verification for their general contractor's license. So that's the next thing that you're going to want to do. The other thing you're going to want to do is putting a good scope of work together. And this is one where I used to early on in my career get frustrated when a general contractor couldn't put a good scope of work together. What I've came to realize is that contractors hate paperwork. So rather than asking the general contractor to put the work together, I put the scope of work together, meaning we'll meet at the property together. I'll walk through the entire property with the contractor, asking them prices, but rather than relying on them to go type it all up and send it to me, I type it all up and send it to me. And for our members that are members with Do Hard Money, we have a form that we recommend that you use that has item by item breakdown. This avoids any confusion. Also make sure that you don't run into a problem where your contractor was expecting to do something and you were expecting to do something else. And it breaks down each one of those light items. It helps with draws. It helps make sure the quality of workmanship's there. It helps to make sure you're on the same page. It helps to make sure there's no cost overruns. Those of you that are members, you're saving yourselves tens of thousands of dollars of headache by getting access to that form. And so getting that is kind of the final phase to make sure you're actually working with a good contractor. You're going to have to jump through some hoops. There's going to be contractors that don't like or get upset with this process as you go through it. But the great news is once you find a couple of great contractors, you can use them time and time again. And I recommend having at least 2 good contractors, because sometimes you'll lose one for some reason, or sometimes you'll have a problem with one. You'll have somebody else to come up. So I recommend 2 general contractors for every single project you're getting into. And long term, both of them knowing you've got another general contractor. I don't suggest they know who they are, but I suggest they know there's competition and you have a legitimate good second contractor that's ready to jump on any project project as they go. So those are some great ways to make sure your contractor is good, and all that happens before you actually ever cut them a check. Okay guys, if you like this, if you found this helpful in any way, one of the things that would be great for me to help tell YouTube to promote this channel is hit that thumbs up button. If you hit that thumbs up button, it helps tell YouTube's logarithms that this video is important and to show it to more people. So please do that, it'd be a big help to me. If you got some other videos you'd be interested in me doing, type in the comments below. But there's a couple of things you're going to want to check out as well. I've got another video called Deep Dive into how to find and pick a good contractor. If you'd like to check out that video, you can watch it over here as well, the deep dive onto how to find and pick a good general contractor. Otherwise, if you need some help in your real estate investing, if you need some tools, some resources, some money, some software, some finding techniques, check us out over at dohardmoney.com, where you can see all the different things that we have to offer to help real estate investors be successful. Otherwise, make it a very profitable day, and bye for now.